What about moss?
What's up? This is the moss presentation.
Moss is moss. Sorry, I've got it.
It was really.
There's already a moss.
Oh yeah. All right. So, mosses are bryophytes, which means they're non-flowering, and they're really cool. They lasted for more than 450 million years.
That's a lot.
That's older than my grandpa. So, as you can see, they often form big clumps or mats, and they do not have roots. So they absorb all their water from their leaves. And they reproduce by releasing spores. So, spores, moss, it starts out as spores. And these spores germinate into little tiny threading, branching threads called protonema. And they develop into gametes, it's like this part, the wood and stem, which produce sperm and eggs, which are the gametes. And when they meet, they go up into the spore, the capsule. Oh, shoot. They make. All right.
It's okay, Wyatt, keep
They
going.
produce spores in a capsule at the top of the seta on the spore thing. All right.
Yeah.
Okay, this is fern moss. It has a really fast growth rate, and it's really good for terrariums. And it carpets the ground all around it.
Is that a question or?
Yeah, why?
What?
Is there specific places that you find this moss?
I mean, I find it on dead logs mostly.
Are there specific places where you can look for specific species of mosses?
Well, sphagnum moss is found in bogs and really wet areas.
Epic.
And there's a bunch of moss on trees, just living trees on the bottom of it.
Cool.
Do you know how fast it grows?
Really fast.
Okay.
Super fast. Super fast. Flash speed. This is haircut moss, and it's just tall moss. It can grow up to 8 inches tall, and it's hairy hats. It aids in dispersal of the spores.
Is there a reason why it grows tall? Or is that the tallest moss usually grows to, or is it
What?
What? is 8 inches the tallest moss can grow if it were to grow vertically?
No, there are species that can grow big. I think other variants of haircut moss. This is one that I found in my woods.
I mean, did you take all these pictures?
Yeah, I took all these.
Oh my God.
That's awesome.
That's awesome.
Whoa.
Pincushion
Yeah.
moss. They grow up to
The moss ball.
a meter in diameter. This was one big clump and it was a meter long, but the tree fell down. And they're perfect for housing invertebrates.
Epic. What kind of invertebrates?
Like little beetles.
Okay.
Like springtails. This is brocade moss. It looks kind of like the fern moss, but it's a little more full and less branchy. But the colors range from golden to yellowish green, and this is really green. It's really healthy. That's why. It gets more yellow the more sunshine there is, and I mean that's with all mosses. But the growth rate is pretty moderate compared to the fern mosses. This is tree clemacia moss, which they kind of resemble little palm trees. But this is not a big clump I found because it's kind of rare in my woods. But they can grow up like at least they can grow pretty tall, taller than the haircut moss.
Oh shoot.
Oh, damn.
How were you able to identify all these?
With a little help of Google Lens
There
and
you go.
like
Yeah.
selective choicing,
I wasn't sure if you were using
Yeah.
this or like a field guide or what.
a combination of them.
Gotcha.
This is my favorite moss,
Absolutely.
mango moss. Found a little bogs, which I happen to have a little one. And they can retain up to 20 times its weight in water.
That's
Wow.
awesome.
Wow.
Crazy. That's so
Dang.
So, that's
awesome.
And it's really good for substrates and like terrariums and stuff because it decomposes really slowly and it sucks up all the moisture. It's dope.
Epic.
Historically, it's had a lot of uses too, like for dressing wounds.
Really?
everything. Soak something.
Oh.
Alright.
And on a different note, native women used to use it for menstruation purposes.
That makes sense.
It's biology.
Alright.
awesome.
Mosses act as sponges
Skin infection.
and they retain tons of water, as I said. But they also absorb tons of CO2 from photosynthesis. They're really good at that.
Yeah.
And they create microclimates which retain moisture and regulate the temperature of the soil beneath it and allow like microbes to decompose organic matter. And they're pretty good helping against erosion too, as they make little, what do you call them? They have like something not at like roots, kind of like them, but
Rise. Is it rise?
yeah, no.
Oh.
It's not.
Oh.
You know. Mosses provide habitats for some invertebrates, like these little guys. I do not know what they are, but that is a snail.
What kind of snail?
A brown one.
A brown. Yeah. A happy snail.
Yeah.
Yeah. Birds can even use the moss for nesting. It's pretty cool.
Awesome.
Alright, here's some awesome facts. There are over 12,000 identified moss species. And moss is really sensitive to pollution. And if it's green, it's a great indicator of air quality. There. And if you mix moss spores, buttermilk, yogurt, you can like create moss like graffiti.
Oh, that's cool.
I didn't take these pictures.
Can that be another environmental project?
Yeah, can we do that?
Maybe like a moss smoothie or something.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is
I
Can we
thought
go around and
at
like
first
do
I
like
thought it
moss
was gonna be
graffiti?
food.
I thought it was gonna be
Environmental
more
friendly
moss,
graffiti.
like, just like
Paintbrush.
On like the bridge.
moss moves.
No.
Okay, works out. All the pictures, except for the diagrams and the moss graffiti. And the moss monster. The moss monster.
Moss monster
The
should
monster.
be a thing.
I like the moss.
That's what happens when you mix.
Moss. That's how you mix the yogurt.
Yay.